My good people, Trayvon Diggs being healthy, it changes everything. We're going to set this conversation up in 4 segments. The story, the scheme, the roster, the big picture. Let's talk about Trayvon Diggs. There's a lot to get into. It changes this defense. Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Footsie King as always. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing. Hey, man, keep downloading that single. I see you guys supporting on Bandcamp, supporting the music. I just can't thank you guys enough. We're coming up on the season. I got content for you guys out the wazoo, film breakdowns, a new sponsor on the channel. And if you guys want to sponsor the channel, hit up my email. I'll leave that in the bio. You guys know we don't stop. We do not stop. And on Saturday, news broke that Trevon Diggs not only is coming off won't be on the PUP list or injured reserve or whatever the case may have you, he could be ready for week 1. That's what's being reported by Tommy Yarsh and Patrick Nosey Walker, who's been on the channel, that he could be ready for week 1. I don't know if he will be ready for week 1. Knowing in Cowboys fashion, it sounds like he'll probably be ready for week 2 on out. But Brian Schottenheimer he raved about how he was working, just the type of player that he's been around the building. And for me, that tells me 2 things. Micah is going to want to be out there with his boy. There's no way that he's not going to play football. I've said that, and I do think that deal is being done. But also, I'm going to raise my hand. I won't say that I was wrong, but I did have questions. These questions were warranted. I talked to people around and in the building, and it was, okay, what is his vibe? And I also know what I know. But I will say this, the fact that Diggs has come back this early, because let's be honest, he had a season-ending knee injury last year and he sat for a long time. And there were just reports and speculation, and he's not showing up to rehab, and then him, Stephen Jones, and you could feel the intensity at the beginning of camp. So it's not like this stuff just came out of the air. These questions were warranted. And so my thing was, you got paid. Do you really want to continue to help this team? What's going on? You know what? He answered it by coming back, attacking rehab, whether it was in the building, whatever. He's here, and that's all I care about. So many content creators and people and reporters, it's about being right. It's about being wrong. For me, and the reason why I do what I do, I want the team to win. I want the team to be better. Trevon Diggs healthy makes this team better. I will say this. If he's going to attack the season like he attacked rehab, because one thing I know about Trevon Diggs, and this is the story part of it, one thing I know about Trevon Diggs is he hears the noise. He heard the noise. One thing I know about being from the DMV, if you got that grit in you and you a fighter, because in the DMV, we fight, bro. Like, we big on get back. If you tell me I can't do something, and this is Foots talking, I'm going to show you I can do it. If he has that mentality this year, it's going to be a good year for this secondary. And it's going to be a good year for this defense. Let's talk about the scheme. Let's talk about Matt Eberflus and how he fits. So when it comes to Trevon Diggs, it's very important to remember kind of how Dan Quinn cheat coded the whole thing with him, Micah, the pass rush that we had, and all the interceptions that Diggs had in 21, right? Is that who Diggs is going to be at the age of 26 versus when, 3-4 years ago, when we were playing so much cover 1, Micah go get the quarterback, Diggs jump the ball. That's not what you're going to see. Matt Eberflus runs a lot of off man. So yes, there is man. There's a lot of cover 3 principles, but it's off man. He's not going to be up in receivers' faces. He's going to be playing press. Here's the difference. The difference is I believe that this pass rush with Fowler, with Nealon, with Donovan Ezaraku, with Micah Parsons, with hopefully James Houston. I'm recording this 2 days before cut date. But with all the waves of pass rush, even with Diggs being as an off-man corner, not a press corner, not true cover 1, cover 3 principles, right? Diggs is still going to make a lot of plays on the ball. He's going to have a lot of passes, defense, and ultimately, he's still going to be able to do a lot of, he's going to be able to be himself. A long, rangy corner, that Marlon Humphreys type corner, Alabama, know what he know. The difference is I don't think that you'll see him traveling across formations on end breakers and mesh concepts and, basically how Green Bay stressed us out in that game with a bunch of crossers. No, you're not going to see that because Eberflus has a better plan to deal with that stuff than, let's be honest, what Dan Quinn did. Dan Quinn was cover 1. If the rush gets home, we're good. If the rush doesn't, we're screwed. That's not what Matt Eberflus wants to do. He wants to play a little bit more zone on the back end. He wants to keep things in front of him. He wants to play vision, right, on the back end, and then he wants to let you break on the ball and ultimately be a smart corner. He had Jalen Johnson. He's had Kyler Gordon. He asked those guys to do different things. It's not just play man, run, and pray. He's not going to have those guys doing that. So it'll be interesting to see how the scheme fits. I think it's going to fit for Trayvon Diggs, but it'll just be interesting. The roster. So now, with Diggs coming back, it's probably going to be Diggs and Kaiir Elam on the outside with DaRon Bland in the slot. When you look at DaRon Bland, he can play on the edge. He's going to be great on the edge, but you really look at him more his best, who he can be as a blitzer, as a tackler, as a thumper, as a run fit guy, right? You want him on the inside in the slot. What does that mean for Keemon Hall? What does that mean for Zion Childress? For me, it's a no-brainer for me. Keemon Hall did great in the preseason, but who popped on my screen, who's younger, who has better instincts, it's no question Zion Childress. And this doesn't mean that Keemon Hall played bad or he doesn't deserve to be on the NFL roster. That's not what I'm saying at all. I just think that Zion Childress just has certain things that you just can't coach. Instincts, feel, he's tough. He's extremely tough. The wild card here is Trevon Diggs, and it's a great problem to have. The problem is he's not healthy. The good thing is you can let him get healthy. You can take your time. You can ease him in. If Kaiir Elam starts hot and he starts to taper off and you see that Trevon is ready and you have a 3rd round pick on him and you really had a 1st round grade on him, but he had the injury, that's a great problem to have, because if your corners in the future are a healthy, happy Trevon Diggs with a healthy, getting better Trevon Diggs with Bland in the slot, you're ready to play good football no matter who's at safety. You're ready to play, to me, playoff football with those pieces on the defense. At the end of the day, with this pass rush, if Diggs can be 80%, 90% of what he was, with this pass rush, and ultimately, for me, Matt Eberflus, I don't know if he's a better defensive coordinator than Dan Quinn, but he's a more disciplined one, right? To me, he schemes things better. To me, he understands linebacker play better than Dan Quinn. We all watched Dan Quinn roll out safeties for half of a year, right, at linebacker and say, this will be good enough. And it wasn't. Matt Eberflus is not going to do that, and Matt Eberflus is going to consistently coach the linebacker room. He's never been blessed with a pass rusher like Micah Parsons. He's never been blessed with a cornerback who's had the year of a DaRon Bland or a Trevon Diggs. Ladies and gentlemen, the Trevon Diggs Health news, it changes everything. It's nothing was the same-esque. Now, there is a downside and there is a side to where what if Diggs isn't the same? And I don't want that to be the case, but coming off of those knee injuries, rushing back, I don't think that he rushed back, but we do have to talk about it. If Diggs doesn't come back to himself, well, throw this video away, scrap this video, and I'll be doing another video talking about how I was wrong about this. No, I won't be doing that. But at the end of the day, that is something to think about. Now, I looked it up. Diggs is only 26 years old. In cornerback years, the good ones, they really start to fall off around 28, 29. The great ones, Patrick Peterson played for a long time. Richard Sherman played for. So you guys get what I'm saying, but it's clear that Diggs made it his issue to get back. It looks like he's going to be playing sooner rather than later. What do you guys think about the Diggs news? Are you guys happy? I'm happy. I just hope that he didn't rush himself back. And I just hope that he can be close to what he was, because when Diggs was on, he was really, really on for this team. And with the more disciplined play caller, I think Diggs can really, really help this team. It's your boy, Foots the King, as always. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing. The season is here. I feel good. I'm excited, guys. More content coming your way. Me and Zach will be back this week. Obviously, the Cowboys Collective. And keep downloading the music, man. I love you guys. It's your boy, Foots. Peace.